What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Playmaker Way with the playbook, and y'all read the title, man. The only US30 strategy you'll ever need. After you watch this video, you're going to see the charts in a different way, and if you implement these things, you're going to see a huge improvement and difference in your trades. But not only that, you might be able to catch the bigger and the full move. Now, if this is your first time on the channel, welcome. I appreciate you giving this video a chance. Go ahead and hit that bell and sub button though, because we don't just post weekly content like this, but we also post trading plan videos, trade psychology videos, and most importantly, we live trade and live stream daily, London session 3 a.m. EST on the same channel. And we also got a free signal, free Telegram. Yesterday we went 4-0, caught 36,946 pips. And last week we went 7-1. Every trade posted has my personal entry, SL, TPs, time the trade was posted, reactions, time people viewed or entered the trade, and most importantly, those TPs getting hit. First link in the description. Go ahead and check that out. Now, first things first, I know y'all probably thinking, wait, this is an SPX play. I thought you said US30. Well, we're about to get into that. If y'all don't know, it is many things like correlating pairs, pairs that move the same or pairs that move opposite. And there's a trio when it comes to the indices. There's a trio and a duo. The duo is US30 and EUSDX. The trio is SPX, NAS100, and US30. And I'm going to show y'all at the end of the video exactly what I mean. But first, we're going to go through the trade breakdown. Now, this is a trade that I broke down and projected on live during London session, but the move didn't finalize until later on during New York. And I'm showing you those signals right now because I did send this out to the members. Again, I do have a free signal room, but these were members only plays right here. So we're in the advanced play signal room. So you can see we called a US30 buy on the 29th, which was yesterday. And then the day before that, we called the SPX buy. We see it, well, 2 days before on the 28th. This was the entry 44.32, which is you'll see right here. And then the SL, these were the TPs. So we call this about 2 days before the move even began. Because as you can see here, this was the 28th. And you see price was ranging a little bit. And it didn't really pick off and take off until Tuesday after the news event. Now, first, we're going to break down why we even went for buys. Because prior to that, we was catching some nice sells, as you can see. So as you can see, we literally caught the reversal and the beginning of the uptrend. And if we play our cards right, this could be a huge swing play like we had when we were dropping down. Now, let me break down why I saw buys instead of sells. So first thing I do, and first thing you should do no matter what strategy you use, doesn't matter if you're swing trading, doesn't matter if you're day, intraday trading, doesn't matter if you're scalping. You need to go on the daily time frame and identify the trend. Now, if you don't know exactly how to identify the trend, go ahead and check this video out and then come back to this one because it's very important. All right, the reason why you want to identify the trend on the bigger time frame is because price moves on a day by day, week by week, month by month basis. If you hop straight on the 5-minute or 1-minute chart, you don't see anything. You don't see what direction price is going overall. Now, it doesn't matter if you're looking for little setups and patterns. There's a reason why a lot of those times your price gets wicked out or your stop loss gets hit. And this is why, because you're counter trend trading. If you find the trend on a bigger time frame where we see a bunch of red candlesticks over green, but if you're on a smaller time frame, you might see price retrace, so you go for buys when we're in a downtrend. If you go with the flow of price, you'll have a higher likelihood and percentage of price going in your favor. So first thing we can see here is that price is obviously bearish. We see lower lows getting made and lower highs getting made. And then we see this huge lower low. So what comes after a lower low? A lower high, which was right here. So after a lower high, if the downtrend was going to continue, we would have needed to see a lower low get made. But price didn't do that. On this news day, price shot up. So guess what happened this day? After price shot up on this news event day, if you go on the 23rd, you'll see there was news. Then the next day, price did a huge reversal and played everybody. So people was probably thinking we're going to be looking bearish. But again, even when price dropped here, it did not make a lower low. So we waited for the next day to see what happened. Price didn't make a lower low this day either. So we're going to play a little bit and see what the next day did. All right, so this was the 28th. So after I saw price continue to push up and fail to make a lower low, that's the first indicator that the uptrend and or reversal is about to come into play. So now that I identified the trend, now I need to figure out where I'm going to enter, because I know I'm looking for buys, but now I need to figure out where I'm going to buy at, because you can't just randomly enter a buy. So now you identify your key price levels. Boom. Now that we got our levels marked off, and when we go on a smaller time frame, you're going to see why these levels are so important. So that's when I call the signal out for the buy. Now, when we go on a smaller time frame, you're going to see how price is literally bouncing and bobbing on these levels, treating that as support resistance levels. Okay, this is why we trade off these levels. You see all my entries and exits, and you see how these lines are just so accurately playing and bouncing around. All right, so price was ranging all this day on Monday. It was struggling to break this level here, but it never hit SL, as you can see. So I continued to hold. This is why it's super important to go with the trend and the flow of price, because things can get a little bit tricky here or there. But if your SL hasn't gotten hit, hold to SL or TP gets hit. There is no certain time frame or time that price or the trade should play out. We don't control the markets, okay? You just got to stay patient and trust the process. You should have already waited for your confirmations, double check your analysis, back tested before you enter the trade. So when you're in the trade, you took the trade because you was confident in the setup. So hold it and play it out. All right, you shouldn't be. If you're really scared of taking a trade, that's because you're most likely over leveraging. But if you risk the same amount per trade, which I recommend 1 to 5% per trade, you'll literally have to lose 20 to 100 trades in a row to blow your account. Now, if you're scared of losing 20 trades, or if you're terrified of losing 100 trades in a row, you shouldn't be on a live account right now anyways, which is okay. The reason why is such a low success rate and such a high failure rate in the trading space is because people will try to rush the process. Take your time, focus on the basics, and the money will come. So price continued to stay a little bit choppy here, but then again, on Tuesday, we had that news event. And after that news event popped off, let's see what happens. But the good sign here was that price was remaining above this level here. All right, so price was treating this level as a resistance, and now it's treating it as a support, which was my first sign to say, okay, price might try to pick up now and continue to push to the upside, because a strong resistance can turn to a strong support, and you can literally see price retest this level and continue to push to the upside. So these are signs you need to look for. And if you're confused how I figure this sign out or how to identify these, click this back testing video right here. All right, it's super important to understand what you're looking at, because none of these are random candlesticks. Everything happens for a reason, and there's no coincidences. Oh, as we see here, price retested a level. You see it's trading as a resistance, but then pushed back up, and it's ranging here still. All right, it rejected that level, but then when the news popped off, look, that's when price skyrocketed to the upside. So after price skyrocketed to the upside, some people might have wanted to close. You could have closed to partials, but you could have also moved SL and profit. Why do I suggest that? Because when we go back on the bigger time frame, you're going to see exactly what I mean. This is why you always want to base your trades and strategies based off the trend and flow of price on the bigger time frame. That way you can catch the biggest move possible. Now, do you want to catch a bounce or a retracement, or do you want to catch the big move? All right, I don't know about y'all, I want to catch the big move. So price continued to chill here today, and yeah, that's basically it. So that's basically how the trade went so far. So I'm still holding these positions, but price is currently at a huge 1 to 4 risk to reward, almost 1 to 5. That means whatever you was risking, you made 5 times your risk. So you was risking $100, you're up $500, well, almost 500. And you was risking 1,000, you're almost up $5,000. Now let me show you what I was talking about. Don't worry, I did not forget. We're going to break down the trio in a second. So not only was I able to predict the reversal and the uptrend at the very beginning, because again, we entered right here, this was the very beginning of the reversal, but was able to catch 2 daily candlesticks in a row. Again, we're on a daily time frame. We caught the entire move for the day. That's how powerful the strategy is, y'all. All right, so now let's break down the trio. All right, so we got US30, NAS, and SPX up. So first thing we want to do is show you on the daily time frame the similarities and differences. Now, just because these pairs might move the same, that does not mean you automatically jump into all 3 pairs. Before you enter any trade, you still need to do your chart analysis, look for your levels, and wait for your confirmations. But we can clearly see some differences here when we look at the beginning of August. And then we go on NAS and we look at the beginning of August. We see price was doing a huge drop, a downtrend, which we caught. We go on SPX. The beginning of August, we see the same thing. But then when we go on US30, the beginning of August, price is choppy and ranging. So that's some of the differences. But you see price got its act together And as far as recently, prices on all three futures indices reversing and pushing to the upside. And then another thing, when you go on the smaller time frames, you will see how prices almost mirroring each other. If y'all enjoyed this video, y'all make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. Make sure to join that free signal, free Telegram, first link in the description. If you want to contact me directly, you can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Also, make sure to hit that follow and follow me on TikTok as well at playmaker_way. And make sure to follow me on TikTok as well at playmaker_way. I post daily on both pages. If you're interested in learning how to identify these levels or take my signals, join the Advanced Play Signal Room. I also offer one-on-one sessions. The one-on-one sessions comes with Advanced Play Signal Room, and then you get 2 sessions with me a week that are an hour long. Each session is recorded and sent to you the same day. Those are yours to keep for life. That's a huge investment and huge advantage if you ask the right questions. All right. If you're interested in that, you can DM me for more information. I'll see you on the next video or the next time I'm live. Peace. We out.